Hey, Ryan here. Welcome to Cubes. I've been cubing for almost 2 years now. Experienced with many of these cubes. So, without further ado, let's get into it. For cube types, you have your standard 3x3. Well, this one is quite old. As you can see, I knocked it quite a bit. So, just ignore that one. Next up, you got your 4x4. 4 columns, 4 rows, you get the gist. Hardest of all, 5x5. This is my baby right there. It's my baby. As you can see, dropped it quite a few times. Quite durable. All these cubes are quite durable. Drop them on the pave on the road quite a lot of times. This one is gonna freak you out. The Megaminx. 12 sides, a dodecahedron. In collection, about 144 pieces or so, but correct me if I'm wrong. You don't have to worry about this, nor this, and this. Let's start off with this. The 3x3, a standard 3x3. This is what people mainly see when you say the word, I have a cube puzzle 3x3. This is the standard. This is where it all comes from. So this one being mine, first thing you do as soon as you get your cube, test it out. Feel the smoothness. Are there any pieces moving outside? Stretch it a bit. See how the coil is. This one is not a magnetic cube. It's a non-magnetic cube. So it's a bit more friction than usual, but this one is a classic, but a goodie. So, being this being old, let's start off with the new cube. So right here, we have our brand new 3x3. It comes in this fancy box. Or go from the bottom where it's quite easier. There is the guy, yellow side up, sunny side up. In the box, you get your manual. This, well, if you do need any help, which I will be giving you help along the way with this cube, but if you need some extra help, you can use this. You might be looking at this quite well. It looks quite bizarre. These arm dashes, U dashes. Well, these are all algorithms. These, but as for me and anyone I know, we don't really need these. Might as well just trash them to the side. So, looking at the new cube, it's quite smooth. Oh, very smooth. So if you're starting out, this might be way too smooth for you. I mean, if you're going to be starting, you do not need a magnetic cube at all. Just use, this is as good as it gets without magnets. As you can see, motion is fluid. Most of the cubes you see out there, this would be flying by now. So without further ado, let's get into a small comparison. So now I'm going to perform a right trigger. Right trigger meaning I'm going to use an R move followed by a U, then an R prime. This may sound quite alien to you, but this is what I mean. Those moves. Maybe you can see the difference right now, but I'm sure if you grease it up, you can get the same kind of fluid movement. So what do we mean when we say these R dashes, these R primes, and these U primes? Well, and these Fs, here's what we mean. Green marker for U. R, being my favorite move, means you're simply going clockwise to the right hand of your Rubik's cube. Then R prime means you're going anti-clockwise to the cube. And you have your L, whereas this is the left side, so the clock face is going to be slightly inverted, whereas for the L move you are still gonna be going clockwise, but just in the opposite sense with the way you're holding your cube. So remember these moves: R, R prime, L, and L prime. Now R being R, as you hold your right hand right here, you kind of, well, imagine there's a clock face to that right face. So your hand right here, right hand, you're gonna be moving R. This is clockwise, 12 o'clock, 3 o'clock, R. R prime, 12 o'clock, 9 o'clock, moving in. You're gonna be moving in. R, R prime, R, R prime. As with the left hand, yes, another clock face here. So it's gonna be L, L prime, L, L prime. As you can see, L travels in the same direction as R prime. Don't worry about that one. Just imagine a clock face on this end and this end the way they are. No need to invert. L, L prime. Clockwise, anti-clockwise. That is simply L and R. Up next, we have U and U prime. Well, like with our clock face over here, you're gonna putting your clock face right on the top. So you're gonna have U moving clockwise, U prime moving anti-clockwise. That's 12 and that's 9. With these moves, as you can see, U is gonna be moving clockwise, as you can see. So you're gonna be channeling inwards for U. Then U clockwise, U prime anti-clockwise, U clockwise, U anti-clockwise. So whichever face you're gonna turn, place a clock, the clock face right on top of that side. You're gonna place a clock right on R, place a clock right on L, place a clock right on U. U indicates the upper, that's the top. U, U prime, U, U prime, R, R prime, R, R prime, L, L prime. From there, you have your F, which indicates the face. You have your F, it's gonna be going clockwise, and you have your F prime, which is gonna be going anti-clockwise. So that's your 9 and your 12 and your 3. It's gonna be going anti. Just like we said with all the faces, place a clock on top of the face. So you have your F face, the one that faces you, your R, your L, your U, and your F. F, F prime. Clockwise, anti-clockwise. F, F prime. F, F prime. So to recap, U right to the top, R to the side, and L to the L side, your left hand, your right hand, U the upper is on top, F the side that faces you. So remember, place a clock wherever you go. Clock here, a clock there, a clock there, and a clock there. That is clockwise and anti-clockwise. So I want to perform a move right now. I want to go R prime, U, and F prime. This is how it's gonna look. R prime, U, and an F prime. Now you are gonna try this move. L, U prime, R. You can pause the video and try it for yourself. Okay, we're back. When I go clock face on L, that's your L, L, U prime, you're gonna be going anti-clockwise, and for R, you're gonna be going clockwise. L, U prime, R. These are the moves. Now, when they ask you, you're gonna be going, let's see if you can analyze this and see one of the instructions over here, including an integer before the letter and after it. You have to consider what comes just before the integer. So in this move, as you can see, algorithm 2 is an R, U, R, U, R, U2, R. So we're going to take the last lines, R prime, that's a U, R, U2, R prime. So we want to look at this. So holding your cube, you'll be going R prime, anti-clockwise R, U, R, U2, 1, 2. Then you're going R prime. That's how you improvise for the integer. Always the integer that comes after the letter, you repeat that instruction twice. So this is a bundle. So you can have, when you move on to the 4x4s and the 5x5s, you're going to be seeing multiple instructions for a double twist. You're going to be seeing RX. You're going to be seeing F2. U2, like we just had. You are going to see R2 here and L2. So here is a line of code for U. U2, F2, R, L2. You can pause the video and try for yourself. Okay, we're back. So holding our cube, left hand, right hand, either end, two of the fingers, you can have them any way you want. I prefer to have them right dead center, right on the centerpieces, right adjacent to the centerpiece. So just like that, to the back, any way you want. You can grip midway, all the way, any way you want, as long as these come to the top to coordinate the U's, and these stay at the bottom to coordinate the bottom moves. These stay at the front as well. They scope from the front here to the top, the U. So our line here is U2, 1 and 2, F2, 1 and 2, R, clockwise R, then an L2, 1, 2. And that is basics of the cube and algorithms and movements. This is what you need to move around said cubes. For those with 4x4s or those with 3x3s, we are going to be doing F2L and, well, OLL later on. The 4x4s, 5x5s, well, it comes as basic knowledge after doing the 3x3. Mirror cube, which I'm still learning, the Megaminx, which you're gonna see is quite easier than the 5x5. As you go on, all these cubes have way less formulas that you have to memorize. 3x3 being the standard, you have to master that cube. It's quite easy. In our time, basic knowledge in a day, you should be recalling within a week, you should be closing in on less than 5 minutes to complete the cube. So I'll see you in the next video.